Hi guys, welcome to codeartisanlab. This is video number 18 for hotel management system in Laravel. And in this video, we are going to perform these two tasks. The first task is we will create a booking form where admin can book the room according to the customer. Okay. And the second task is while we are booking the room, then we will check that room is we will see the list of only available room for the specific date. Okay, so in the previous video what we have done, in the previous video you can see that we have created the booking model in which we have defined the relationship between the booking model and the customer, booking model and the room. Okay, now in this video we will going to work on the booking section. Okay, and we can book the room via admin, and of course we will manage the status of payment. Okay, and but but if we are booking the room from the admin, then we can just add the status. Okay, when we will go to the front end, then we will add the payment gateway. Okay, I hope you are understanding what I want to say. Okay, so let's start to do this. So I'll open the project folder, and I'll go to the open the command line. So here is the project folder we have. Okay, and I'll go to the command line because I need to create the controller for the for showing the view for the booking form. Okay, so PHP artisan make controller booking controller. Okay, and this will be resource controller. Okay, but in this video we will just work on the add part, and even in the add part we are just going to work the availability of room. We will check the availability of the room. In the upcoming video we will save the data. Okay, so we will do this via jQuery Ajax. Okay, so here I have created the controller, so I'll open this. I'll go to the app, HTTP controller, and here we have booking controller. Okay, and I will work this in this create method. So what I will do, return view, and of course I will create the booking folder dot create. Okay, and then we also need to modify the layout file because we want to add the link in the sidebar. So here we have. So let's go to the bottom here, and where it is, where is the links? Let's go here. Okay, and let's copy this and paste it here, and we will name it booking. Okay, and we will change the icon. The icon is FA hotel. Okay, and currently we will add admin booking create. Okay, and if we'll go to the, if we'll go here. Okay, and let's go for the booking. So currently we didn't define the route for this. So what we will do here, we will go into routes, where it is routes web.php, and here we have. So the first thing, we need to import this booking controller, and then we will define this route, because I have already defined this when I was doing this. Then I have already defined this route. So here we have a route, and we have this define the resource name, that is a booking. Okay, and let's refresh the page. Okay, we need to create the layout also. So here we have the layout, resource, views, and I'll copy the customer create file, and here I will create bookings. And in this, let me just verify that the our folder name is actually booking, not bookings. It is booking. Okay, so let's rename this. Okay, so here we have a create, and now what we will do, add booking simply, and we have created fields. If you go to the database, then here you can see that I have created customer ID, room ID, check-in date, checkout date, total adults, children, and created, updated. And I have also defined some data. Okay, I have also added the data in the rooms, then I have added data in the bookings, so that we can check the availability. Okay, So let's go for the okay, here one thing more, we have two rooms, 1 and 2. So let's add the booking room booking for the room ID 1, for check-in 2, checkout date 4. Let's add this for the room 2 and check-in date 5, checkout date let's say 10. Okay, so we will modify this, when we will work on that. Okay, so now what we will do here, we have a booking. Now we will add booking and everything will be fine. And here we will add customers, because we need to fetch the customers. Okay, and here we will add the selection. This will be class form control select customer. Okay, and we need to fetch the customer from the database. So use app models customer. Okay, and then we will here fetch the customers, dollar customers equal to this all. Okay, and pass it here, data dollar customers. Fine. Now let's go to the create. I will remove this file, I will also remove this. Okay, and let's go to here, and here we will define for each dollar data as dollar customer, and for each. Okay, and here we will define option, and in the option we will define customer full name. Where it is, yeah, this is full name, and of course I will define here the value that will be the ID. Okay, so that is ID, so dollar customer ID. Okay, I hope you are understanding what we are doing. Okay, if we go to here, okay, here you can see that we have customer. If you go to the customer panel, then you can see the all customers. Okay, so now we need the other things like check-in date, check-in date, and this will be type date. Okay, and this will be required. Fine, and this will be checkout date, this will be checkout date, and this will be also a date type. Okay, and this will be name, check-in date. We will use the name when we will save the data, but let's add this date. Okay, so this will be checkout date, and this will be check-in date. Okay, and total adults. Okay, and here we will add total children. Okay, and available rooms. Now here we will show, when user select the check-in date, then we will show the available rooms. Available rooms. Okay, and in this available room we will fetch the data with the help of Ajax. Okay, and we don't need this address and all the things. So if we refresh the page, then here we have customer. Let's say select customer. Let's say select customer. Okay, and check-in date, checkout date, available rooms. So we will add here the available rooms, and let's see, we will add here the selection box. So what we are going to do here, we will just, I will copy this thing and paste it here. Here. Okay, and we will define the name. Let's say select customer, select room. Okay, and this will be room, and here we will define the options. Okay, yeah, so this is the thing. So we will append the available rooms in this list. Okay, and user can add the total adults, total children, whatever he want to add. Okay, so this will be we will modify the name later when we will save the data. Okay, so this thing. Okay, if you want to do the you can do that. Total children, total adults, total adults. Okay, and we have available room. Yeah, everything is fine now. Now it's time to fetch the available room when we will blur on the check-in date. Okay, so let's implement this. So we need jQuery for this because we are going to use jQuery. So here we will check that we have loaded the jQuery or not. Okay, so here you can see that we have jQuery. Okay, now we need to add the script. So what I will do here, I will go to the layout section. I will go to layout. So where is it? Here it is layout. Okay, and here you can see that we are adding the scripts. Okay, so I will add the script here because I want to add the we have to add the script after the jQuery loaded. Okay, because we need jQuery. Okay, so what we are going to do here, section scripts, and this will be end section. Okay, and let's add script, and this will be $document.ready. Once document is ready, then we will implement the function. Currently I will just simply say console.log hello. Okay, just I want to show that the hello thing, then we will do other things. So let's go to console, refresh the page, and here you can see that hello. Okay, so let's and ignore these messages because we are using this admin. Maybe we are not finding the image so that it is showing the mess. Now we need to, when we will blur on this field, I mean the check-in date. So let's go to the check-in date. This is the check-in date, and here we will add the class check-in date. Okay, let's say this. So when user blur on this field, then we will do some functionality. Okay, on blur means when user end up adding the data, when he going to move the another field. So blur event means that. Okay, so let's say he blur, then we will just simply say check-in date equal to $this dot value. Okay, and we will console this value. Okay, paste it here, and just simply go to the console, and when we will select the data like 3, and here you can see that here we have this date. Okay, when we are from here to here, then it will show the date. Now we need to match this date and fetch the available rooms. Okay, so we will match this date in this check-in date. Our date should be not in this range or equal to this date. Okay, so for this I will add two things. First of all, we will send the request to the server. Okay, for the specific method, let's create the URL for this. Let's go to the route, let's go to the web, and here we will create a method that will be let's say a booking. This will be date, so this will be check-in date. We will pass the check-in date here. Okay, and this will be our this will be our available rooms. Okay, and here we will add the method available rooms. Okay, and then we will add this controller here, add this method in the controller. So this will be check available rooms. Okay, and the function is this thing, and we will pass the request instance request, and here it will be check-in date. Okay, and now we will just return echo, just simply return uh-oh, return JSON, return response, and this will be JSON, and we will simply return the check-in date. Okay, currently we are just going to match the pattern. Okay, so we will request this. So how we can request this? We will request via Ajax. So this will be $.ajax. Okay, maybe you can't understand in the when you see this first time. If you are a beginner in the programming or beginner in the JavaScript Ajax, you can see this video multiple times, then or you can learn about the jQuery and Ajax on the internet. You can find this very useful and you can understand everything. Okay, so URL, this will be, and we will define the URL, that will be booking slash this thing. Okay, let's add here, we need to let's change the URL. Actually, we need to add this check-in date, available rooms. Here we will add this at the end. Okay, so that we can easily concatenate the date here. Okay, and let's define the type is post, and data type that we are going to receive from the server, that is JSON. Okay, and what we are going to do when success, so that is response. We will just simply console the response. Okay, so this will be response. Okay, so when we will blur on this, then this Ajax will run and we can see the response in the console. So we have this thing, and we are attaching this, we have attached this method with the help with the router here. Okay, so and this should be get method, because we are attaching this method with the help of get. So this will be we don't need define, if you not define the type, then it should be default get method. If you want to define specific, then you can define your get, post, put, or whatever you want. Okay, so so here we will define this, so URL and all the things. So why we are define, okay, we don't need to define the type, we just simply hit the URL. Okay, so let's refresh the page, and we will go to the select the customer. We just simply select this, and here you can see that we have something, but it is not 40, it is 404 found, because we need to add this slash after this thing. Okay, so let's select the date 3. Let's go to the network, and here you can see that the date is passed, and here we have a response. It is showing nothing. We are passing this admin booking and admin booking, and what we are passing, admin booking. We need to pass this available room also. Okay, so this available rooms, then after that this thing. Okay, so we are going to pass here 3 and blur, and here we have preview, and this is returning the date. Now the magic begins from here. We need to find the available rooms. So I have just clarified that our date should not be in this range. Okay, so what we are going to do, so here we will run the custom query. Okay, for the custom query, you need to use the db class. Okay, illuminate http support and facets, and then you can use the db. Okay, if you go to the Laravel documentation, laravel.com, then here you have, let's say, database, and just simply say query builder. We will go to query builder, and here you can see that we need to illuminate support db. Okay, so we have this thing. Okay, so that we are going to use the custom query, we are not going to use the ORM in for the availability of the room. we are checking the availability of the room, we are going to use the custom query. Okay, so what we are going to do here, we will say just simply a rooms means available rooms equal to db select. Okay, and here we will say select star from rooms where id not in, and we will use the subquery select room id, select room id. Okay, select room id, and in this select room id from bookings where check-in date, where check-in date less than or equal to, less than or equal to our defined this, we have passed this date, and 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 we will also match this with our checkout date. So it will not, it should not in the range, we will not fetch the data that will in the range. Okay, and then we will pass this rooms here. Okay, so let's go to the admin here and just simply select the room 3 and blur here, and you can go to here and you can see here that if the 3 is in the 3 we have this thing, this is check-in date, checking date we are passing this, that is, let's say we have room 1 and it should be, it should not be we are passing this for 3, or we are passing the, here in the header we have 2021 903, and now it is showing the 2 rooms. Select room id where this thing, and this operator will be changed, check-in date will be this thing and checkout date will be this thing. Okay, then we can show the result. So let's say 3 and we have this room id 1. So room id 1 is returning because for 3, for 3 it should not be, I think this query is, this we need to modify this query, we need to modify this query. Okay, we need to modify this query. Okay, so we need to modify the query. So here I have do the very small modification. Here you can see that I have just reduce something in the query. Now what I am doing, I am just checking the between. I am just checking the dates between. Okay, so we are passing the checking date, check-in date, and just we are checking that it should not be if it will be check-in and checkout date, then we will not select that ID. Okay, so what it means, we are selecting the id which are not in the this between dates. Okay, so let's see the result. I will open the console also, and we have a network tab, and here you can see that when we will go to, let's see, we have a 2 to 4 room number 1 and 5 to 10 room number 2. Okay, let's check that for the 4 date, and when we blur on this you can see that we have room number 2, because for the 4 date 4 we don't have, we don't have any booking for the room number 1. Okay, and if we'll check the, if we'll check for the, if we'll check for the 1, okay, then it will show the 2 results, because for the 119 we don't have any booking. Okay, and if we'll check for the, like, you can say 10, and we'll go here, then we have only one, because 10, for the 10 already booked room 2, and it is giving the result book room 1. Okay, so with the help of this query, okay, with the help of this thing we can check the availability of the room. Okay, and now in the upcoming videos we will save this data, and I will save this data with the respect to the customer, and we will also add here the payment status just for the admin, and of course we will add the payment gateway in the front end. Okay, so I hope you understand all the things. If you have any query, any doubt, then please add in the comment section. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe this channel. Thank you so much.